Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comics channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Primordial #1. And before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, so we can see Primordial #1 here. It's an Image book, and it is by Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, and Dave Stewart. So we start off in 1959, and we see this is a monkey going into space, and it seems like things go wrong. It seems like it's going towards this big fireball, and it burns up. And then we cut to 1961 at Cape Canaveral, and there's this guy named Dr. Pembroke who is arriving there, and he has been sent there to basically take everything apart. This is actually a different history than what actually happened on Earth. So our space mission failed with the monkeys, so we shut down our space program. And so Pembroke is here to dismantle everything. Now, he is African American, so that's also why he gets this job, because he says he's like an electronics engineer. He's like, why am I here? I'm way overqualified for this. And they're like, well, we needed someone who could take apart computers or whatever. So he gets kind of screwed because of that. Then we cut back to the monkey and everything that happened in 1959, and we see they're saying like the heart rates are double to the monkeys. There's actually two monkeys in this spaceship. They're flying into this ball of light, and they're saying the monkeys' temperatures are really, really hot, but there's no other, nothing else in the ship is overly hot. So it doesn't make any sense. And what's going on? We have no idea. So then Dr. Pembroke, he's looking around the records of this, of Cape Canaveral. And he actually looks at one of the cages for the monkeys, and he has he feels nauseous, he says, and something's going on with time and space with that monkey. So then he meets this guy, and this guy, I don't know, he's like a janitor or something, or someone else. He says, sorry for the guy over there, because the dude was kind of racist to him before. But he gives him these stats. He's like, hey, I found these behind the computer. I thought maybe you want to check them out. So then Pembroke looks at him, and what he sees doesn't match up with the historical record. He actually calls his superior and says, hey, we were told by NASA and the government that these monkeys died at 2:30, but I'm getting these heart readings on these documents I found up to 2:49. So what's going on? How come the monkeys lived longer, but we didn't say anything? And basically he's just told, don't stick your nose where you shouldn't. And then the general just hangs up on him. Then he returns the next day, and all of a sudden his security clearance is not valid anymore. And they're like, yeah, you have to go. You've been removed from this site. So as he gets in the car, there's some guy sitting behind him. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get killed or something. But it actually turns out to be a KGB agent. And it turns out the janitor guy that gave him the documents of the heartbeats, that guy actually worked for the KGB as well. So they were trying to feed him information. And he gives him a piece of paper. He says, memorize this address. You need to go. And it's in Berlin. It's in Germany. He's like, I got to go to Germany. He's like, yeah, you have to go to Germany. You need to work with us, because basically he explains that the same thing that happened to the monkeys happened to the Laika mission with the dog in Russia. So instead of Laika making it to orbit, she also ran into that ball of light and then disappeared. Same thing with the monkeys. They just ran into the ball of light, disappeared. I'm going to leave it right here because I don't want to spoil anything else, but basically he's getting recruited by the KGB to kind of be a double agent for the government. So yeah, this one, at first I thought I wasn't going to like it. It just seemed like it was going too slow, and I think I was just super tired or something, because I was having a hard time getting through it. And then I paused and took a break for a while, and then got some coffee, and then came back and read it, and I was fully engrossed. I had to reread it, but when I started from the beginning again, it was oh wow, this is really good, really interesting. It's a really cool story premise. I like that it's a fake history, or a fake past of the Earth, a what if kind of thing. I'm a big fan of the little early space missions like Laika and stuff like that, so it's kind of an interesting period to look at, what if something went wrong. And we got left hanging with what's going on with the KGB, why they're trying to recruit him. And, I hope we find out what that big ball of light is. I'm sure we will eventually, but it just seems pretty cool. A cool premise, and definitely leaves you hanging with a cliffhanger. So I want to definitely pick up the second issue of this. Check it out. Jeff Lemire never really disappoints. I will give this book a 4 out of 5. Like I said, for some reason I was in the wrong mood or something when I first started, but definitely once I kind of took a nap, came back to it, it was fantastic read all the way through. And with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.